My favorite memory with my Young Life leader, Abby, was when we were at camp during our one-on-one, which is a time where you just tell them like what you're going through at camp and get to talk to them. And I told her all about like the struggles I had been going through and how I didn't have a relationship with Christ and I wanted one. And then just by the end of that conversation, I just felt really relieved and was like happy to go on with my life.
My favorite memory with my Young Life leader, Nathan, would have to be taking our walk around Timberwolf Lake. And we started getting into this conversation and this analogy about him riding his bike everywhere that he went. No matter if it was raining, if it was hot, whatever, rain, sleet, snow. He was riding this man was riding his bike, and it just helped me to understand no matter how hard the situation would be, you still can get there, You still can get there through anything as long as you trust in God, You put him first, and just keeping that mind open about, oh, I'm gonna make it here, You will make it there as long as you just believe in him, Let him guide you through the way. So that conversation was one of the best memories of my guy right here.
What compels me to keep being a Young Life leader from Becca's story is just seeing the joy in her and seeing her be a light at Herron High School. And just seeing her be crazy at club and just being so passionate about showing other kids the Lord. It's just so great. And as Young Life leaders, we desire to see that transformation in high school students. And Becca is just such a great example of that, going from not really caring about people to just being so passionate and wanting to show Christ to them. And it's just such a blessing just to see how much Christ has transformed her life.
What compelled me to be a part of the Herron Young Life Committee is because I saw the wonderful impact that they were having on the kids at Herron High School. The kids had a desire to attend club and to attend campaigners. And the kids were excited about seeing their leaders and just hearing about God and who He is and how He can help them, motivate them, and touch their lives, and how God can reach them where they are.
I really do think that if you're not giving, you're not growing, and that there are a lot of different ways that you can give, and everyone has different resources or a different capacity depending on where they're at in their life to be able to give to Herron Young Life. But in giving, we really have grown in our faith and in our marriage, and it's been a really cool opportunity just to be a part of Herron Young Life.
I wanted to share in that. I wanted to share in the kids' growth. I wanted to share and be a part of their excitement, to be a part of how Young Life is changing the kids today, making them better. And I wanted to help. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to do whatever I needed to do to help Young Life reach its mission and its goals for the kids at Young Life.
Sometimes as you leave the college life and move into adult life, it gets harder to see those opportunities if you're not looking for them. But just being immersed in it every week is just such a great reminder of the love of Christ and all that He's doing right here.
My leader has taught me have a relationship with Christ just by staying strong, moving forward with what I believe in, with God, and just believing in Him and remembering the things that He said that He would do, and the things that people have told you that He will take care for you if you just continue to believe in Him and continue to trust in Him. No matter where you came from, home life situations, God can make a way, and that's basically what He taught me. And
Abby has taught me a lot about the importance of reading the Bible and how it can impact your life every single day, and also a lot about how I want people to see Christ in me, and I just want a lot of other people at Herron to have the experience I've had with Young Life. So.
Being a Young Life leader has enhanced my life in the way that for me, it's just been this pay it forward type situation where I come here or go someplace to hang out with a kid, and whatever effort that I put into that, it's not even my effort, really. It's God working through me. And when I provide that right kind of avenue and have those talks and create memories with kids, it somehow always comes back when they'll be talking to me one day and they'll say, hey, remember that time you said this? And I'll remember it, but I never gave it a second thought after I said it. And it just comes back to me and just shows me how much God is really working through my life when I give up a few hours of my week to these kids. And it's just been really special, and I've taken a lot from that.
I have personally been impacted by being a part of Herron Young Life through my daughter. My daughter is very active in Young Life. She's with a group of kids that aren't ashamed to talk about God and to want to be more Christ-like. And that's impacted me as a parent because it helps me to stay on my toes, that I'm meeting her and that I'm being a better person. So it helps me too. I've built relationships with the kids at Young Life and with the leaders, and that impacts me on a positive level because being a single parent is hard, but Young Life helps me to be a better person and a better mother.
What started as 5 years ago, just inviting people over to our house one night a week so they could get a meal and have a place to have their meetings, has turned into one of the highlights of our week. Just being able to sit around the table and to hear stories from first-hand accounts of how God is working in the lives of kids in our own city at Herron High School.
After some of the leaders got back from camp a few years ago, they all crashed at our house, but they stayed up just telling stories of all the amazing things that God had done at camp. And I think we were up to like 3 or 4 a.m. Trying really hard to stay awake and listen to everyone's story. But those are really special moments where, we don't have kids at Herron High School, but it doesn't matter because right now we're a part of a community that we're really seeing God at work in our city and knowing that He's touching high schoolers and that we get to be a part in sharing in that, and that's something that has changed our life.
His hairstyle. His hairstyle is awesome, man. With the mousse or whatever he put in it, and it just shines, man. Like I'm not joking, but just what he stands for. I see God all in him, man. You know what I mean? For him to be doing all he's doing, going to college and still coming here, it's still like that's really something I'm really looking up to. He's able to stay focused on his work, keeping his mind work on the stuff he has going on, as well as coming over here and trying to keep us happy and maintain our emotions and all that. So I really look up to this man for that, man.
I look up to Abby because I can tell her anything, and she genuinely does care about me and the stuff I do. And even when I do mess up, I can still tell Abby and know that she'll still be there for me, and she does care. Now that I'm a part of Young Life, I want to be around other people that believe in Christ. I want to hear about Christ. I love going to church, and before I was in Young Life, none of those were things I cared about.
One thing about it is different is, man, I'm able to connect with different types of, what is the word I'm looking for? Personalities. I just say personalities. I come from a African American standpoint. Other than I'm not trying to spread out, none of that or nothing like that. But and just to be able to come together with all of them, and just deal with them, just say and stick up for them. And somebody, one of my friends that I grew up with, say, oh man, you hanging with them, you leaving us type stuff. Be like, man, hey, these are cool guys right here, and I'm sticking with them, man, because they real. They stay true to me. They're honest with me. They give me their emotions. You don't do anything. You're just sitting over there playing video games. We out really trying to do something good with our life, and stay close to God. So, being in this Young Life thing, man, it's really a blessing to be here.